Hello people, Greg the Wild Hippie back again. Next on the bench is this monstrosity. A nice big bomber, the B17E Flying Fortress. Yeah, it's almost too big for my bench. Well, first of all, we'll have a quick look at the instructions. There's sort of 4 different versions in this kit. I haven't decided which one I'm going to make yet. I've had a little flick through already trying to sort out the paints for this job, and straight away I noticed that the painting guide for the interior is wrong. It's telling me to paint everything including the floors and the navigator's table silver, so I've just been doing a bit of research and found out the correct colours. So but other than that, I think everything is okay with this. It's pretty straightforward. It's not massively detailed. I kind of wish I went for the Airfix, which was about another £8 more expensive, because that comes with a full interior, and it's just better. But we'll see. I've decided I don't like Academy kits. After the last one, the Hurricane, when the decals started falling apart on it. So we'll see how this one goes. I won't be buying any. If this one turns out alright, then I will buy more Academy. But if this one turns out similar, then definitely no more Academy. Right, I'm gonna get the box open and we can have a look inside. Bear with me 2 seconds. Right, okay, so we're in. There's your decals. You can do a Japanese version if you wanted to. So they did capture one at one point. Well, I think they had a squadron of them. But nice seatbelt decals and some interior stuff. Yeah, they look pretty good. Let's see if they don't split like the other ones did. I'll have to wait and see on that. Right, just going to open the plastic. Right, back with you again. Let's have a look at the first sprue. So we've got the fuselage halves. Yes, quite nice panel lining on there. It's a bit deeper than it was on the Hurricane. So I spotted one problem already. On this side, they haven't. I'm going to have to cut out the gun port because that's not there. There should be a window here. Yeah, I mean the moulding looks okay. There's like no interior detail on this whatsoever, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, it was a cheap kit, so can't complain too much. There's the rear stabilizers and the props. A bit of the interior floor in there. It's pretty basic. Sorry, it doesn't want to come out. Right, come out now. No, right, hang on. That one did not want to play. I've got more propellers on this. Some bombs, engine cowling. The engine detailing doesn't look too bad. Yeah, some different stabilizers there. I don't know what's going on there. And a different interior platform bit. I'm going to have to really look at this. There's a lot of parts which we don't need. That's quite nicely done there, that bulkhead there. Some nice detailing on that. There's your guns, no detail whatsoever on them. There's your undercarriage, your cockpit floor. That there there's nothing to do with this kit at all. So that's a totally extra part. That's the old belly turret from the Mark D's. So why that's in this kit, I'll never know. There's your superchargers and your seats. So, you know, it's all here. And the last little bit, I'm not going to open it, but here's your clear bits. There's a lot of them. They look reasonably good, I think. Yeah, there's nothing to write home about, but there is some nice detailing on them. And then, if it'll come out, the last sprue is, as you can see, is the wings. And it doesn't want to play again. Get out. So yeah, give you an idea how big this is going to be when it's finished. It's quite a big bird. Again, some nice panelling details along the wings there. Yeah, so yeah, looking forward to get stuck in on this one. So I'll see you once I've done a bit. Well, that was suitably annoying. Trying to cut that out with 1/2 naked arm. It's not perfectly square, but a bit fine to bring down. The annoying thing is right near the end. You can see when I lift it up. Oh, you could see it a second ago. Yeah, almost finished, and I slipped with a knife scar in the side of the fuselage. Nightmare. But yeah, that was a really pointless thing to do. Academy. Yeah, Academy. Why? Just why? Idiots. Anyway, right, next job. Right, okay, so a little update. I've chopped that window out and painted the inside of it, you might well see. Both sides. So the bits you're going to see. You're not going to see an awful lot. But yeah. I've done a lot of painting on the sprue, as you can see. Yeah. This over the nose bit. Engines. Yeah, and you can see them very well because I like. Yeah, I painted the seats. Yeah. I've also done quite a bit of masking of the glass bits. That was good fun. Yeah. Oops, there's another bit. Yeah. And there's applying several different bits in it. There's 2 lots of bulkheads. But yeah, I painted the bulkheads up. Yeah, there's not really any detail on them, so not that you'll see it. There's the back of the ball turret. Got a bit of masking on that. The outline on the ball turret was pretty naff. And that's the rear gun turret. I think that's a bit crap, to be honest. I mean, only where the masking tape is are bits that are meant to be clear. The parts didn't fit together very well, so I had to put some filler in there. But also the main sort of window bit, where he looks out of, there's a great big split down the middle of it. And you can't get rid of that in the plastic. It's just really quite annoying and a stupid design. I'd have had that bit moulded on the end of the fuselage with the holes to put the windows in. So I don't know what they're playing at and where they got that idea from, but it's silly. So yeah, I'm gonna start gluing together the interior, put the decals on that, and then once I've done that little bit, I'll bring you back. See you soon. Okay, so the front bit's assembled. decals on the seats represent the seat belts. It sort of went on alright, took a bit of persuasion. There's pilot seats. They proved to be a little bit more difficult, and it's almost like that one for the control panel, instrument panel, sorry, was not even meant for this kit. Yeah. And the other bit is your steering, flight controls. Unfortunately, the other one of these that's supposed to go on here got gobbled by the carpet monster. It's somewhere underneath here, but where I'm laid up with my arm, it's I can't be. I normally squeeze in between that gap and look around properly with a torch, but the way my arm is right now, I'm going to have to call that part a casualty of war. Carpet monster won that round, but I'm not a rivet counter. I'm not too fussed, to be honest with you. It happens, and once it's all buttoned up, I don't think you're going to be able to see the flight controls anyway, from what I remember making a B17 in the past. So yeah, bit of a shame, but never mind. If anyone notices, I'll say, well, the engineer's taking it off to work on it. Anyway, right, gotta get the next stage. There's a couple more bits to do on this, but after that, then it's the Bombay. So I'll bring you back once I've done that. Right, there you go. There's the shoulder. Yeah, there's your the Bombay. Yeah, not very detailed, unlike the Revel one I built years ago. No way you can see that, but I thought the back of the cockpit wall was a bit plain, so I went through my spare decals, and I found some what were spare ones from a Lancaster I did there. It's actually a radio set. I know on the real B17 the radio wasn't there, it was actually on the back of that panel, because that's where the radio operator sat, but there's no detailing for that part of the interior. But I thought, that just, you're not going to see it, but just in case you can see that far back, I thought, well, a bit of interest on the back wall. I think on the real B17 there was oxygen tanks there on that bit, so totally inaccurate, but like I said, you're not really going to see it. So plus it was a spare decal I wanted to use up, so yeah. So yeah, that's the main part of the interior done. I've just got to assemble the dorsal turret and the ball turret, and then I should be ready to button up the fuselage. It's pretty cool. I'm going to take a break now, so my shoulder's quite sore. I'm going to sit and watch some nonsense. So yeah, what I will do is I'll go back through my archive of photographs, because a good few years ago I built the Revell B17, and I didn't video it, obviously, so I wasn't YouTubing back then, but I took lots of photos for posterity, so I'm going to see if I've still got any of them, and we can compare this Academy kit with the Revell kit just for the interest. So if I can find that, I will insert that now. Right, so I'm just doing a little dry run of the interior, and as you can see, the cockpit floor is about 3 millimeters too long, so I'm going to have to trim that back and make it fit. That is really bad. I was just beginning to think that this trumpeter kit Academy kit wasn't too bad, but I have to trim the back of that off so as it sits nicely. How annoying. But everything else fits nice. I presume the two halves will go together, because that won't sit right. I'm not going to attempt to put the two halves of the fuselage together yet. But yeah, I'll get that done and I'll come back there. Right, okay, I've managed to get the fuselage all buttoned up. That was a bit of a pigging nightmare. trying to get the turrets in while you're trying to get all the bulkheads to get in the right position and marry up, and I managed to, everything else went in apart from the part of the tail wheel, the third pin missed, so I had to trim it and then pop it in. Yeah, it's needed quite a bit of filler in places. I've sanded most of it back now, but for the last like 2 hours, if not longer, I've had to have a peg around the nose here because that bit did not want to go together. So yeah, it didn't fit together as well as I'd hoped, but it's together now. So yeah, the front, the nose needs sanding back. So I'm gonna crack on and do that. A little bit of damage here from the glue. My filler's not really good enough to sort that out, so I'm probably gonna have to leave that. And yeah, I've got the rear turret on. Again, why that was made in clear parts, I've got no idea. It's a really silly design, because there's only like 5 little windows on it, and the rest all has to be painted in. So it's just, yeah, silly design. But never mind, we're getting there. Yeah, I'll bring it back. Probably once I've sanded that back, I might bring it back, or I'll get the wings together before I ever film anymore. I haven't decided yet, so I'll see you when I've done a bit more. Right, okay, I had to re-stick that bit in front of the cockpit last night after the last little video clip I did, because it started to open up again. So I spent all night with a bulldog clip on it, and I've just sanded it a little bit now. I need to smooth that out a bit more. But yeah, that's together. Just need to go around and finish sanding a few places and rescribe some panel lines. So that's all together. Wheels are painted, good to go. And this morning I've put the wings together. So yeah, let them set up while I go out today and finish them this evening. Yeah, the rear stabilizers are ready to go as well. So yeah, tonight I might put the wings on and get masked up to do the painting. But yeah, coming along. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, so yeah, I was complaining about the lack of interior detail, but you know, you can't really see anything. So yeah, as long as you get a hint of what's there. It's a shame there was no radio operator's room, because you can see in that bit, and also you won't be able to see in there, but in through the side windows you can actually see a fair amount. And there's bits where I haven't painted the interior green. You might be able to see that. So at certain angles you can just see the grey plastic. So I should have known better, but you know, having no detail to paint and not being entirely sure how much you'll be able to see, I was kind of working blind. But I'll position it on the shelf in such a way that you can't see at that angle. So yeah, and yeah, I might attempt to put the Bombay doors on closed, because I don't like that Bombay. It's just ugly. But again, if I can't, because the instructions say to put it on open. So it might not go in closed, but I'll fiddle with that later. Yeah, if I can have them closed, I will. But then again, you know, where it's going to be sat on a shelf on its legs, you're not going to see up into the Bombay. So yeah, right, I'm going to leave that for now, and I will bring you back when I've done a little bit more.